Hey everyone, welcome to the first of hopefully many videos of tabletop content other than D&D. As of late, the all-new OGL 1.1 has given many players a good reason to look elsewhere for their role-playing needs. And I think these have great potential for being super fun tabletop games for you and your friends to play. Alright, our first system is called Big Eyes, Small Mouth. It's basically all about making super overpowered anime characters. You are the main character, or, well, you and your party are, and with that comes the strength of many skills and special abilities that can be obtained. They have a range for your stats to give you a fun idea on what the strength of each are. For example, your body stat being at a 12 is the maximum a normal human can power themselves, while a 1, on the other hand, is the strength of an infant. The main stats are body, mind, and soul, which make it pretty easy to keep track of. You also get to pick attributes after you're done with your main stats. These are special abilities similar to main characters in an isekai, where the MC has a unique skill that is overpowered and strong. Some cool ones that I saw were elasticity. You can legit just be Luffy from One Piece, or put levels into jumping where you can make epic jumps. Now, even after that, maybe you don't like how some of the abilities work, so you can pick an enhancement on top of that if you really want to, increasing the area, duration, potency of the ability, the range of an attack, how many targets you want to affect, and or unique, which enhances a weapon. So being strong is great and all, but it's even better when you can pick a defect for your character and to give yourself extra points to spend on more attributes or stats. Or if you want to chance it, you can give your DM the amount of unused power points, and he or she will be able to give you unknown element, which adds a power which is like a hidden ability that you don't know about. So there is a lot more to look at than just that, but there are a ton of extra books that you can get that expand your arsenal of extra abilities. So if this sounds like a lot of fun, check it out, and maybe changing up your game into an epic anime campaign could be a lot of fun. Second up is Mutants and Masterminds. Have you ever wanted to play as Superman, be Wonder Woman, be a all-powerful spellcaster in a real-world environment? Mutant in Masterminds is all about that. Being the hero, fighting off powerful villains. This one isn't exactly your D&D like fantasy, but instead, you can play superheroes with superpowers. You can be super soldiers, aliens, androids, a master of the arcane. The game contains different abilities, skills, powers, and a good way to figure out your hero's origin. There are even ranks to figure out the power levels. You also pick a motivation for your character. Will this turn your character to be a hero, or will it lead you down the dark path of a villain? I've taken a quick look at the book, and so far, it's wild how many options there are. You can even pick high-tech gadgets and be a Batman-like character who has an arsenal of tech to help you do your crime fighting. And let's not stop there. I'm about to hype this up. Sure, you get ultra superpowers that can destroy the lands and maybe the Earth, but you can drive vehicles like a tank or even a space fighter. Now that you know a bit about this series, there are a ton of extra optional books out there that add to the tabletop game, and you can't go wrong with extra content. But if this is your jam, definitely check it out. I've personally seen someone play this game online before. It actually looks like a lot of fun to be a hero. If you're serious about playing this tabletop game, there is a deal on DriveThruRPG for almost all the books right now. It's originally worth about $500, but with the deal, it's $70 right now. So that's basically a quick summary on some of the cool things on mutants and masterminds. Our third is Starfinder. So if you're looking for a similar system to D&D, but with a twist, Starfinder may be your thing. These are the same dudes who made Pathfinder, so what is it about and what can you do? How is it different? Well, instead of a small little carriage, you get a starship. You and your crew are able to explore the mysteries of the galaxy. This game starts you off with creating your character. You can select races such as androids, humans, Kasatha, Lishanta, Shirin, Vesk, and Yosoki. Your character picks a theme of what your character is like, or perhaps a good way to help you figure out a role-playing style. On top of that, you'll pick your class. Starfinder uses the same ability score system as D&D, and it will be pretty familiar to you when you get going. Now that you know a little bit about the character design, there are plenty of options for feats, equipment, and even, well, it basically has character creation for ship designing. Add special thrusters, get powerful shields to deflect off deadly attacks. On top of that, the game has a pretty interesting combat system for flight and space battle. Magic is still a part of the game even with this high-tech society. You can also explore cool areas such as other planes like the plane of fire or the plane of shadows. So you can do all sorts of exploring. Not only do Pathfinder and Starfinder share similarities, they also share some of the deities, such as Abadar and Iomade. There is a ton in this series, and basically, if you're into space travel, high-tech sci-fi, magic, and exploration, this is probably the game for you. It's not too far off from D&D, and if you've played Pathfinder at all, it has a lot of similarities. Check it out, let me know what you think. So these are a couple of options instead of D&D. Definitely check them out. If any of these sound interesting, I'm sure there is a game out there for you. I know if you're looking around for other options, don't be afraid to try out new tabletop games. If there are some out there that you think are really good, leave a mention in the comments on what tabletop game you think is really fun. Though, if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot, and we'll see you guys in the next video.